Hello everyone, welcome back to Contemporary Müs. My name is Solomon Carpenter.
This is Jimmy Winters.
This is Kara Carpenter.
Kara is our special guest today. She is my sister. She is a major in marine biology.
Well, not yet.
At the
soon.
Institute of LCCC.
Anna's not here this time.
She's in Michigan, traveling back from Canada.
Yes.
We miss her.
Very much.
Yep.
Anna come back, she'll be back soon.
Anna, come back.
So, just comment and tell us if you miss Anna too.
Hashtag Anna, come back.
Hashtag Anna, ask Anna anything.
Out of 10, how much do you guys miss her?
Hashtag 11.
Like a solid 5.
Oh.
5? Jeez.
Like a solid 5.
You're like her friend, and you said 5, and I said 11.
We're always apart, so I've gotten used to it. It's numbing.
Oh. All right.
That's
Well,
still bad.
I talked to Anna indirectly through Jimmy, primarily, so.
I don't need to know your dynamic.
So it's not.
You're
It's
special
like she's still here, but it's like she decided not to be on the podcast today or something.
She did when she went to fucking Michigan.
Well, she didn't know we were going to record one while she's gone.
Yeah. Well, she
Wow.
should have thought beforehand.
She's gonna feel betrayed when she hears this. It's gonna pop up on her SoundCloud feed and she's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Should we text her beforehand?
No, we're good.
I already told her.
Oh, okay.
But she didn't
Anna
text
knows.
back. So.
Okay, but Anna is not here today. What is the word of the day, Jimmy?
Today's word of the day is woebegone. It is an adjective, and it means sad or miserable in appearance. So you could be like, that painting looks woebegone because it looks sad.
It's funny
I assume.
because it's like woe be gone, like a product, like have your woes be gone,
Like,
but it's
It's
not.
actually sad.
It's actually sad.
So
So it's like
it doesn't really
woes.
work out.
So it's like woes be present.
so it's like a ShamWow guy could be crying.
yes.
Yep.
He's like, well, begun.
You
Like,
following the camera guy?
he followed me, and then he's like, oh, getting a noose. Oh, sorry.
He always has a
That's
creepy
what-
smile.
That's what I pictured. It's him. So he's the new mascot of Woebegone, the adjective. That came way before
I
Oxford did.
don't think words have mascots.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Who? Name a word that has a mascot.
New York Jets.
Yeah.
That's not a word though. It's a team.
It's just
Horse.
not a word.
Horse has a mascot, and it just so happens to be a horse.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
Panda. That's a word.
You're just naming nouns. Nouns have their own
Okay, fine.
mascot.
So you want an adjective that has
It
a
doesn't.
mascot?
I'm just no.
An adjective.
I guess I told you to name a word.
Trees. You look very tree-like.
Trees
What's
don't
an
have mascots.
Still a noun.
Trees don't have mascots.
Okay.
Anyways,
anyway.
so
Oh, quixotic.
exotic.
Don Quixote.
Donkey.
Is that
Mule.
word? Yeah.
Mhm.
No, quixotic is like, I forgot what it is, actually. But like, it comes from that book. So that would be its mascot.
Cool.
Like Bling? There's definitely a
Mm.
mascot for Bling. Like
Yes,
fucking Lil Wayne.
Gangsters.
There's a mascot for Bling.
But anyone could wear bling, and so if you just like say that Lil
Well,
Wayne
just
is the
gangster.
mascot.
Fine. Just like
What if
Rappers and
some
gangsters.
What if
shiny ass
What if I say that?
necklaces.
What,
is
what,
the
yeah.
mascot
what
for
if I
Bling.
say the guy for the mascot for bling should be the guy that wears clocks all the time because he's got the most bling of
What's
anybody?
his name?
I
What's the
watched a
big
reality
clock?
show where he like tried to find love.
Oh, that
Oh
was
my God,
weird.
what was his
Remember?
name?
Hey, if you guys remember his name, you tell us.
We can Google this. You can keep talking. I'll Google them. Okay.
Real quick, we're gonna Google this guy.
Okay.
I'm just gonna Google guy with clocks. I'm just gonna go guy with clocks rap words. Flava Flav.
Oh,
No.
yeah. That's
Oh.
it. Is it?
Is it? Are you
That's
sure?
I'm pretty sure it is.
That's Flava Flav for you.
Oh, look at his face. Look at his face.
Oh.
Oh, that's a.
Solomon, rate him.
Well, I rate him a 3, but like his clock's like a solid,
That's an 8.
like 5 or 6.
I think it's
Like an
That's
8.
a cool 8. In this picture, it's like,
Okay, it's a cool clock.
yeah.
You can't see the clock.
It only
so.
has 4 of the numbers though. So
Solomon will put it up in the slideshow.
Okay, yeah.
screenshot that.
Okay, I'll see that.
Okay, we'll show you guys.
We'll show you the Google images.
Oh, and we'll put up the definition of woebegone as well. All right.
Kara, rate him.
Rate him?
Yeah. And then his clock.
Ooh, okay. I think he's like a 2, personally. I know.
Ooh,
1 is because
low blow.
his clock, I think his clock could use a little Photoshop. looks a little thick. You know what I mean?
Thick's a good thing in the rap world. Thick's like you got a booty.
Well, I think I'm gonna rate it a 6 because there's a geometric pattern on here. I'm pretty sure he doesn't understand.
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
I mean, like, what is the purpose of that?
He doesn't understand squares.
Grid.
He doesn't get grids. I'm pretty sure he's never drawn a graph in his
You're
fucking
making a
life.
lot of assumptions about Flavor Flav just
Okay,
based
you're right.
on his pictures.
Well, I also watched his reality show where he tried to find love, so I have basically the most information out of all of us.
Did this reality show ever include him trying to find love by, like, figuring out geometric shapes, anything like that?
You know, I think he actually did.
Oh, you're right. I remember that episode where he was, like, looking
You
at
remember
grids.
that episode where they took everyone to go build rockets?
No.
Star
No, it was
Space
an episode where he was, like, going on a date with Melissa, and she was, like, she brought a grid along, and he was just like, no, fuck you. Like,
I'm
get off.
sorry that I made an ignorant comment about his grid.
Let's not talk about Flavor Flav anymore.
Okay, let's not.
Yeah. We're in Kara's apartment today, not at Lion Park. Unusual spot.
Or in a van.
Yeah, we're not in a van at Lions Park anymore. We have upgraded to Kara's tiny apartment.
Yeah, we can't put the fan on because it'll ruin
It's
the
too
audio.
loud.
So
Well, the audio's already shit.
we're gonna die of sweat in here. Miserable.
But we do have a few topics, so,
Solomon, what's your astrological sign?
my astrological sign is Aquarius. I was born on February 17th. So, if you guys want to get me a present, coming up real soon, February.
Real soon.
If you guys didn't know, that's also National Cabbage Day and my uncle's birthday.
National Cabbage Day is on my birthday?
Yeah, I
It's
told
also,
you that.
It's also
I tagged you in a Facebook post.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also, Ed Sheeran's birthday. And I met him.
Yeah, we have the same birthday?
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Yeah, we have the same birthday. And I'm pretty
We
sure
met
also,
him before he was cool. We were that hipster.
Wait,
we were that low hipster.
he was already pretty cool.
In
Ed Sheeran.
I don't know who that is.
The one that's like, nah.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Jimmy doesn't listen to the radio. He doesn't know.
I listen to the radio, but classic rock station.
Yeah, pretty much.
The
Yeah.
only modern rock station. I have one modern
I'm
rock
pretty
station.
sure you've heard
Fun
it.
fact, it was 420 just a second ago. Now it's 421. Hashtag lazy.
Thank you. Hey, Kara.
What?
What's your astrological sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Ooh.
So, basically, I'm the crazy bitch of the universe.
Mm.
That's how they describe me whenever I go in there. Which, I mean, I don't appreciate, but I think they're written so broadly that anyone...
No, I feel like they say really good things about every sign.
Yeah.
Because, like, they know people are
Sometimes.
going to read them, obviously. And you get them internet hits, some clicks. And so, I mean, they always say, like, Aquarius is, like, intellectual and shit. Well, I mean, they always say things that you think you fit into. So...
Do you believe in astrology, Jimmy?
I do not, because whenever I read something like what the signs are like, they're always so too broad. And I think that they do that because people are only going to read their own signs. But I always read all of them
Right.
because I just wonder. But it's like so broad that I can fit into literally any month. I'm a Leo, by the way.
Yeah.
August 9th, which is the anniversary of the bombing of Nagasaki, if you didn't know.
Wow.
Well, I share a birthday with Nelson Mandela.
So
What's your
that's pretty
birthday?
cool.
July 18th.
July 18th is Kara's birthday.
3 years ago.
Yeah, Kara's 19 now.
19.
Happy late birthday, I didn't know.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, I don't personally believe in astrology that much, although sometimes I'll read my horoscope just because, like, how sometimes when you're, like, afraid and you pray to God, even though you don't believe in God, and you're just like, please help me get out of here, I'm afraid of the dark. And you're like, but sometimes I'm like, I wonder if I'm going to have a good day, so I, like, look up my horoscope or whatever, but, you know, it's not a common practice of mine.
Well, actually, I got my palm read and my tarot cards read while I was in Florida.
Ooh.
And they told me that I was going to get pregnant in November. So I guess
It's
we're going to
November?
see.
November's creeping
Yeah.
up.
And I was like, I don't know if it's possible, considering my birth control type. But I mean,
We'll see. Time will tell.
Time will tell. And they also said I was going to have a big opportunity at the end of August. So if that's true, then we'll tell.
Well, you are getting a commercial deal.
Oh, that's true. That's not August yet.
I know, but what if,
It's a little
like,
early.
somebody's going to see that commercial, and then you're going to get the opportunity?
And then I get my big break.
Yeah, then you get your big break. What's this commercial
But I get to
for?
be on a ShamWow commercial. After that.
What is the commercial for, Sarah? Tell us.
Oh, it's I'm in a commercial for voting. It's a state commercial. It's not like a short film, I guess. That's gonna be like played on all the local stations.
Are you gonna do a local vote this week?
Oh yeah, I have to. I'm on the voting commercial.
So a lot of people don't vote.
So basically, like the need for the voting commercial is that 90% of people from the ages 18 to 24 did not vote in the general election last year, and that's the one that everyone talks about. So you can imagine how low it is for the
local and the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we need it because we have lots of crazies in the state and everywhere.
Is the governor up for
Re-election?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is there a cap on the governor's terms?
No.
So everybody that's out there listening, vote down Matt Mead.
Yeah, Matt Mead's horrible.
He's a douche.
He's a douche.
Yeah, like he's a douche. Like,
That's all you guys need to know. It's like
there's so many douchey things. It's like hard for me to. Anyway, let's talk about a horoscope.
If you want to know, look it up.
The consensus is just like overwhelming. Everyone agrees he's a douche.
So we keep voting for him because we're singing.
And because he's the only one that runs, and he's the only one that has enough money to run.
Yeah, that's the thing, guys. Like, you think, like, you have to run if you want to change shit. Like, people gotta run, and you gotta, like, look up people that are running. And, like, if you don't like the people that are running, run yourself. Change that shit.
Yeah. Should I run for governor?
Maybe one day.
Why can't I run when I'm 18? They don't like it. Is there an age limit?
I don't think there's an age limit, no. No, or maybe. Maybe. It's like the thing with the president, you have to be like 32 or something. 35. Maybe. Look
and
up.
I don't have to wait till I'm 35.
Well, just look it up. You know,
President.
take a quick Google search to see if you are eligible to run for governor, and then if you are,
or just run for any local party.
just do it.
Yeah, or
Start
just
very
actually
small
look
and
up
just
people.
build up, like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bernie.
Or at least like I think the bare minimum thing you can do is just actually look up the candidates that are running and see if they actually align with what you think. Because I think that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Let's running
Vote
for running for governor,
run.
I think is a bit much, but we can start at a baby steps, like just actually doing your research on something instead of just voting Democrat or Republican or.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a little bit of our current events right there.
Yeah.
Election season. So we're not gonna talk about the big election.
No, I don't wanna.
No.
I'm done.
Vote Green Party.
Maybe.
Just write Bernie in.
Okay, you said not gonna talk about it, then we talked about it.
I'll just say that one thing: Bernie or bust.
I said
That's it. That's all I'm gonna
They're
say.
gonna think we're Bernie bros. They're not gonna take it seriously. So I refuse to
They already
comment.
know. I thought we said that on the first.
Yeah, they know.
You know?
Yeah, I think they know
That's
already.
kind of what's gonna close off our audience, though. We're open to all.
Look, all right, we'll be open as fuck, and you be open as fuck, all right?
I like John Kasich and Jeb Bush.
Why John Kasich hates women and their rights.
Well, I mean, I liked him more than most.
Well, like
everyone.
True, fair enough.
We pick out
I
topics.
still don't like any of them.
We pick out topics specifically so that they're not like super controversial and like people can listen to this podcast and enjoy it without getting all riled up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Well,
That's okay. We won't talk about the general election. We're gonna read some horoscopes.
Yeah.
Because that was what we were trying to do.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So
yeah.
we're talking about astrology, and if we believe it or not, it doesn't matter if you believe it, because it doesn't matter. We're all dead anyway. So we're gonna just read our daily horoscopes for today.
See how our day's gonna go.
So Kara's going first.
So no, I pulled up Jimmy's first. So
Okay, so
I'll have
Jimmy's-
him read his.
Jimmy's
story.
Leo for
And this
today.
is from the very credible source, astrology.com.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored, but if you do want to sponsor us, astrology.com, we would love to take your money. Just
Yes.
love to take your money.
We know you have money because you got ads just fucking swimming in ads on your page right now. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
So today's Leo horoscope. There is tension growing over what to do. You and your friends have opposing ideas about what would be the most fun, and right now no one is agreeing on a plan. But before you call everything off, consider making a compromise. You guys are good at it, and so why not give it a try? If everyone gives up a little of what they want, then everyone can have a good time together. Sometimes you have to work a little harder than you'd like in order to keep a friendship healthy.
Oh wow, that was
So-
actually
See, that's the
uncannily.
thing. That's the thing. Is
That's
it fits
pretty
you.
much like today.
That was
But-
exactly like today.
Okay.
Let's tell them. Let's make a case for it.
Okay, no, but let's think about this first. Think of any other situation in which you have to interact with other people, and so the
Okay,
tension.
Solomon. Okay,
There was tension growing over what to do.
Well,
there is
yeah, because we
to
had
do the
choose
podcast
what
or to
stuff-
not do the podcast.
Yeah, it does
or
fit
to
well,
what stuff to do.
and it does fit well.
And also, Jimmy and Solomon argued earlier about something very controversial we don't want to talk about on the podcast.
Right.
So that fits also. And why not give it a try?
Right.
So, I mean, I think it's a good message. Let's read mine now. Let's read mine. Let's see what's going on in my day.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay. Short and sweet should be your motto today. Being concise will not only help you save time, it will earn you kudos from important and busy people who appreciate someone who can avoid beating around the bush. Your stock is rising in value with these people. It's starting to feel exhilarating. You might want to sit down and really build a connection with them now. But a long conversation won't happen today.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit! Show them you respect them, and they'll be back to talk when you have more time.
Well, maybe it's talking about
My
person.
topic that I want to talk about.
Maybe it's talking about the person you're gonna go visit at the mall.
Oh.
Very short and concise little visit right there.
Yeah. Maybe she's not going to tell me something. I am excited, though, for the day. You know, I think there's just, like, a part of me that humors things about, like, astrology and stuff. Like, even though I know it's probably not true. It's just like,
It's fun.
might as well. Like, doesn't really hurt anyone. It's
Yeah.
just, like, I think I'm going to have a good day today. Like,
It's
oh, look out for this thing. That's really general. But it still could happen because,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who knows,
It's
right?
whatever. It doesn't matter what your perception is like. You're not going to hurt someone.
Alright, and so mine today, same website, for, oh shit, this is the wrong one.
Oh, you got Sagittarius.
I
Oh, you should take Sagittarius one. See the 50.
No.
No.
No. We're gonna do it the right way to respect all the astrologers out there. So we found it. Aquarius, today. You are not feeling so terrifically confident about yourself today, which could mean that spending time in social groups could be a bit intimidating for you right now.
Oh,
man,
are you intimidated?
I'm so intimidated.
Are you?
No.
Oh.
To better cope with meeting new people or impressing the ones you already know who are in power, just try to relax. Realizing that these people are just like you, and more importantly, they want you to succeed. No one is judging you, and no one is waiting for you to screw up so they can point it out. Trust that. So that doesn't really fit me today, because
Are you sure you're not intimidated?
I feel confident. I'm wearing my pizza shirt from bfpba.com. I've just got my fresh new haircut, socializing with my best buds.
Your sister and one of your friends.
Yes.
And my friend.
And I don't think I'm meeting anyone new today, so we're
I
good to
didn't say you were
go.
gonna meet them.
Okay.
Who's with that?
Okay, well that was, so you're not going to meet any new people today.
But you might learn something new today,
Yeah.
which is that species are going extinct at an alarming rate on this planet.
That is absolutely true.
Isn't that happening all the time now? And has always been happening?
Good question, Jimmy.
Good question, Jimmy. Let me
Let me
In
elaborate.
life?
Anyway,
Sarah,
okay,
tell us.
so you are correct. Or I guess there has been a lot of mass extinctions throughout the years, 22 whatever billion years.
It's no, it's not 20.
24.
No, it's like the Earth's only been around for 4 billion years.
Oh yeah, 4.3 billion years ago. So we've had a few actually mass extinctions.
Like
7?
6.
5.
Five?
This is coming into the 6th.
This is the
Oh,
6th
it's
great
coming in.
extinction.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're right. The things before this extinction, before it started, there were things that did go extinct, but they only went. But they're going extinct now at 106 times that rate.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Question, do we know why?
We
There
do
are
know
a
why.
lot of factors.
Okay.
One of them being invasive species because of our global society.
Because we're moving stuff around.
Mostly
stuff
human
around.
activity is the thing.
Yeah, human activity is the big broad thing.
Best species ever.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But so it's invasive species, climate change, and what other things too? Oh, habitat loss.
Yeah. And so, I mean, we've been changing the fossil record ever since humans popped up. Thousands of years ago. Like they walked out of Africa, and we started killing like all the big mammal species, and everywhere we would go, all the big mammal species would disappear. And the more that humans got interactive with each other, the more that we spread globally across the Earth, the more that kept happening.
Yeah, and it's not like humans, like it's a new thing. Like all animals do this. Like they all have effects on the environment that aren't necessarily good or bad. But it's just that humans done it on such like
A large
a
scale.
large scale that it's affecting the actual environment. So like every animal will like eat other animals or whatever, but they're a part of an ecosystem. They have a place in that, unless they're an invasive species. And whereas humans are kind of interesting as they don't see themselves as part of an ecosystem and as like kind of.
And we create our own environments to live in. Is the thing.
Yeah.
So we don't have a place to go. We can live anywhere, pretty much anywhere on Earth, except for at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
So maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Maybe on the moon and maybe on Mars.
Do you guys think that it's weird that we're not really comfortable anywhere?
I think that
Because it's either too hot or too cold wherever you go.
Yeah.
I think that there are some
I think it's
pretty
funny.
perfect places that like people just are really happy with the climate. I don't know.
I think it should be a perfect 68 all the time.
Yeah.
That's a good temperature. But the thing about extinction event is that like scientists are calling it a mass extinction event, and they're the ones documenting at which it's it's going out, and they're calling this new age, this new geological age, the Anthropocene is the word for it. It's because like we've changed this will show up in the fossil record as like completely different like than anything that came before it, like because we've extracted heavy elements from the earth and like made plastics like a really big thing, littered the entire surface of the earth with plastics and concrete, and we've even changed the actual organisms that exist on the planet. GMOs, like dogs, little tiny little dogs, just potatoes, all the things that we eat, all the animals we interact with.
Yeah, we
Corn's my
introduced artificial selection.
Yeah, and just
What is it?
artificial selection.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, and then structures like
Specific breeding.
Yeah, selective or whatever.
and like
Yeah.
skyscrapers, steel, concrete, all those things.
Yeah, and I think the thing is that
Uranium.
people don't know just every day. Maybe if you don't have like a biology degree, like the thing that I learned just in my first year of college going to biology class is that like we don't know as much as we think we do. And one of the really pivotal experiments they did was biosphere 2, and they pooled all of the information, like all of the information that we had about the environment at that time, which was like in the 90s at least, was pooled into this one experiment where they were going to try to make a closed system that had its own water that imitated the biosphere we have now, and it didn't work. And like I guess it didn't work is kind of broad way to put it, but it showed us that we don't really know as much as we think we do, and we can't replicate the same things that we thought we could, even if we have access to resources to try to fix it, or I don't know. But like, so I think that our species is just like really reactive. So we just put stuff into the atmosphere, like we put a bunch of carbon in there, we have to kind of react and like correct our bad things more than we like think things through, because as we're like really into quick fixes, and it's not in the process of science and trying to find out actual truth is not quick at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we didn't mention, like nuclear fallout. Like that was introduced to the atmosphere, and like rocks and stuff, and the hole in the ozone is recovering actually because we banned CFCs, which is a big thing that we did. Like the UN like got together and like organized and like signed papers and shit. And like they banned CFCs like from like the world, like basically.
And that shows you how well we could do.
Like human caused problems can be solved by humans. Is the thing.
Some of them.
And environments can bounce back also, like if given enough time. Because if you look at, for example, in our own state, Yellowstone, they took out the wolves. They didn't know the wolves were like keystone. Well, I mean, anyway, the wolves are a keystone species, and it kind of destroyed the ecosystem there. But when they put the wolves back. And they didn't have time to like evolve into having a new ecosystem or whatever. The ecosystem actually bounced back into what it had been previously. So there is capacity for growth. And
so basically, like the Earth will survive. Like life on Earth will continue to thrive without us. Like we will go extinct one day, and like
probably.
And probably. And, like I feel like life in the ocean will always continue. Like there will always be something left. Like we might fuck it up like massively, but like there will be new life that inhabits those niches after they're gone. Like after great extinction events,
until the Earth is gone, it'll be there.
Yeah. Just like after the dinosaurs, like that's how mammals came to be. Is like tiny little mammals survived. Most like of the lizards that dominated the planet went extinct, and then those niches were like open. So then after extinction events, like biodiversity explodes and like evolution is just like happening on like crazy, and it's just like
Yeah.
fills those voids.
So the only thing is like, what I don't get, I think people need to know is that if we're causing the 6-rate extinction, it's our fault because I mean, yeah, we're pissing out. But we need all of the resources that we get from other organisms. Like we depend on them. So really, it's just kind of shooting yourself in the foot because at some point, at some level, if we don't have a healthy fish population in the ocean, or if we don't have a healthy amount of oxygen going into the atmosphere, we're gonna die. So I guess whenever that point, or we don't have enough clean water, we're gonna die. So it's just like I don't know. It doesn't really need us. We need it, type of thing.
Yeah, we'll stop now.
Yeah.
We'll stop now, but we're just saying that this is very important to us.
I have a question for Tara.
Okay, Jimmy, what's your question?
What's your favorite animal, and is it being affected by this?
Yes, actually, I really like sea turtles.
Ooh.
And they've been around for millions of years.
Yeah.
Like when there was dinosaurs on the earth, and they're being highly affected by climate change and plastic in the ocean and stuff.
Plastic in the ocean is a big deal. It's like if you want to do something and you're going in the field of science, like biology needs you like badly. And, like,
or
save
you
the
can
turtles.
become an inventor and invent something that we can use besides plastic.
Yeah, and
like,
invest in NASA, bro, because we need more funding.
You know what? It's not even about just science. It's about like
Clean the air.
people that know how to move other people, because there are like special interest groups that don't care and won't care until like we're all dead. So it's like just kind of, if you're a lawyer that wants to help the environment, like do that. Like there's so many places for you. We just need your help, basically.
What are you gonna say, Jamie?
I forgot, but I'll ask
Oh,
you, what's your
question.
favorite animal?
Oh, my favorite animal. Well, it's kind of like I love all living creatures, so it's kind of hard. But like, it's either the orca or chimpanzees, just because like they're so close to us, and like I kind of think that they should have personhood, like, and that they should be protected with all human rights because like they're basically us. But chimpanzees and like, well, the great apes generally are kind of just like in a lot of danger right now, just because of like habitat loss and like rainforests being cut down for like cows and shit. And so like in the Congo, like there's like gorilla species that are just like very localized to Africa.
That's kind of a controversial view on it, because I know a lot of people don't think that any animal should have personhood.
I think that most animals like that have like great intelligence should have personhood, like orcas and gorillas and the great apes like should all have personhood. I think that I don't know, but the gorilla species are like they're being poached and their habitat's being encroached on and their climate is changing, and there's really not a lot that one person can do to slow it down. But and orcas too is the ocean, of course. Like whales are washing up dead because of all the plastic in our stomachs. So.
Have you seen any of the original Planet of the Apes?
No, I saw like little bits of them on TV sometimes, but
Well, do you think it'd be cool if apes just took over like they did in those movies?
I think it's funny because like the apes already did take over and that was us.
Oh.
And so it's like it's already the Planet of the Apes. So I don't really.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think it's just kind of funny that we just like
those
we made
kind
up
of
a.
Yeah.
Well, I think it would
Like
start
what if apes were just as smart as us, but they just look like apes and
Well,
they didn't look like us?
It's probably just like Lord of the Flies. It just
Yeah.
it just perpetuates because it's still the same psychology that they're like humans.
Yeah.
So they still like they start out really noble, trying to do stuff, and then they just fall apart.
That's exactly how it happened in
Speaking of
original.
movies.
Oh shit.
Speaking
of movies, have you guys seen The Fundamentals of Caring?
No, I have not.
What is that about, Jimmy?
It's about this guy played by Paul Rudd. I forgot their names, except Trevor. I'll talk about him in a minute. But Paul Rudd was a writer, and he's not writing anymore. And so he decided to get a new job, and he decided to become a caregiver. He takes a week's worth of classes, and he goes to this lady's house who's English, and her son, who's 18, named Trevor, has Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and he's bound to a wheelchair. And that's the setup. I'm not going to spoil it. Definitely an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
It's got a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not that bad.
What do you mean it's not that bad?
I mean, that's pretty good for Rotten Tomatoes. Like,
yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes gives you a low ass rating, so.
My least favorite character is one played by Selena Gomez.
Bad actor
Or no, she's kind of bad.
Oh, she's a bad person.
No, she's bad actor. She's a cool person-ish. It's just, I think she's kind of cliched and she's really static in the whole thing.
And that's why she's your favorite character?
No, she's my least favorite.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, Phil Springer talked about this too.
Fundamentals of
Because it
Caring.
just came out on Netflix like a few
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago. She was funny.
Did you know that the most liked Instagram photo is a picture of Selena Gomez drinking out of a Coca-Cola bottle with her lyrics on it? And I just think that's a really funny coincidence that she's drinking Coca-Cola and that she's got the most liked picture on Instagram. Like, the whole fucking thing Instagram.
Yeah, it beat Taylor Swift's cat.
It's like you're not even relevant anymore, Selena Gomez, and you got the most liked picture on Instagram. Yeah, right. Fuck you, Coke, for paying for those clicks. They paid for those clicks.
What was she relevant for? The only thing I know was that
Wizard
she was
of
a
Wizard
of
singer. She's a
She
singer?
has people write her music for her.
Oh,
and she
like
sings.
most people nowadays.
Yeah, like most people.
Did you know it took like 5 people to write the song Baby for Justin Bieber, but it took 1 person to write Bohemian Rhapsody?
Ooh.
And if you've heard Bohemian Rhapsody, that's a feat. Written by Freddie Mercury, if you didn't know.
What else is interesting about that movie?
Okay, there's this running thing where the guy wants Trevor, the disabled guy, wants to take a standing pee even though he's bound to a wheelchair, and it's funny how they try to make him do that. All Red helps him out. He accomplishes it in the end, and it's like a really great scene. That doesn't spoil anything.
Hey, all the women listeners out there, how do you feel about not being able to pee and stand up? Or do you pee and stand up on a regular basis and just do it in the forest or whatever? Please comment.
Do you want to hear my thought on that?
Yes,
Because I am a woman. I'm a token woman.
Kara is a
studio.
woman. Kara's a bro.
And I'm a bro.
Have you ever stand and peed in a toilet?
No. Actually, probably.
Probably.
Well, when you're little.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here's my thought on it. Whenever I had to pee in the wilderness, I always get pee all over my pants. And I know that you're supposed to, like, pull them all the way off. No, you're not supposed to do that, okay? But I mean, just, like, I still get pee. Even if it's a little pee. Because I'm not used to it.
I'd probably like
It's really hard to pee. Brittany, okay, my friend is telling me it's not hard to pee, but it is.
Brittany's over with us.
Brittany has been camping her entire life. She is like, I'm just a flawed person. I'm just a flawed woman, you know? I'm just like, I live in my first world house, a tiny little apartment that's now our studio, and I've never been I've been outdoors, but I've never been like, I never had to pee outside as a kid, you know? So
Okay.
it's just hard.
Well, I have a question. Does your pee, like, spray out violently? Like if you were to just, like, point...
There's no... Okay, I'll tell you this.
How high does it go if you just point straight up? Is what I'm asking.
Okay. It would just go to the side.
What's the water pressure?
Water pressure? I guess it depends on the day. It depends on the day, but honestly, like, there is... Okay, the thing is, it could go really high, but there's no consistency. Like, you can't just fucking pee, like, at one pressure. Like, you know how you can just... And I'm sure you can just jet pee. Like,
yeah, I can jet pee, like...
Even if I jet pee, it will not be one pressure. That's why it's so hard to pee outside. Because if you're like this, I'm here trying to jet pee, fucking trying to pee as fast as I ever fucking peed in my life. It's still getting on my legs. Like, as if...
God.
I don't know why. It's just it's broken. It's a broken pipe in there, man. I don't know.
Maybe you need to get that looked at.
No, it's not. It's not a problem with me, man. It's a problem with... It's just not as easy.
Solomon, are you consistent? Because I'm not consistent. Sometimes I literally have 2 different streams.
Well,
and like I can't aim both of them in.
That's the same thing. There's no like
I
one part.
Well, sometimes like if you have your junk just kind of like all mixed up in your pants, and it's like been like that for a long time, then like you might have 2 streams. But if you just kind of like just.
Well, think about this. It's in the woman. So I'm making a hand motion now. You can't see. So this is the thing. The pee. It's
God.
Inside. Okay. There's no one part. So it kind of looks like. There's no one part where it's peeing out of.
Yep.
I mean, there is.
Well, I'm imagining
scientifically, but I mean, it's just.
Well, I imagine like a hole in a balloon full of water, and then that's like wrapped in like a blanket.
Yeah.
And like that's what that is. Wow.
That's a good analogy.
So
I just feel like there's so many obstacles. If you like move, it's just. I mean, there's more obstacles than otherwise. You know, there's a lot of skin there.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna go everywhere.
Well, can't you just like bring a funnel?
Yeah, you could.
They make those for girls.
Yeah, I know that's what you have to do, but I'm just saying it's hard to perfect. It's hard to. There are
Just
people
get
that
a
have perfected it, but let me tell you, it's a skill.
But look, if you're a woman post, Industrial Revolution, like you're in luck. We have funnels now.
Yeah.
Like, so.
But yeah, I don't want to have a designated pee funnel in my fucking car though. Like, do I really want to have a pee funnel in my
Well,
car?
it's like, don't you bring tampons with you? Like, why wouldn't you bring your pee funnel if you're gonna go on a camping trip?
You don't
That's what you
repeatedly
bring.
use a tampon though. You
You
have to repeatedly use that pee funnel.
I wouldn't
Or
do
else
that.
throw it away, and I refuse to throw away plastic.
There should be like a box of them, like little
Ooh.
cardboard ones.
Right. Like,
Cardboard?
biodegradable.
The biodegradable.
Biodegradable.
No, like there's tough cardboard. Like I used the freaking box for
The plastic
like an umbrella.
It would work for one use.
Alright, we're gonna have to pioneer this idea. I don't know.
Okay,
So
somebody
it'll,
tell
it'll
us.
come in like a little box like tissues, and you just pull one out at a time.
I think
No,
we're,
they do have them for the military for girls that are
Really?
pregnant. Yeah, they do. They have like, I don't know if they're funnels, but they're like something that you can pee in
well, they
in the
definitely.
military while you're having to move around.
Well, what they definitely have that for NASA. Women astronauts need to pee in their suits
Sure, it's a
because, like,
tip
when
funnel.
you're out
So they
there,
have like a
when you're out there walking around like
Attachment?
in space, like on the ISS, like trying to like move parts and shit, you have to just pee in your suit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure they have an attachment for it. It's probably really awkward.
Have you ever seen Liquid in Space?
Yeah.
It's really cool looking.
It's spherical.
Yeah.
We're getting off topic, guys.
We
Okay,
always
that's
get
fine.
we always get to space.
You saw celebrities.
Did I? Someone said it was right.
You met him?
I can't show.
He just got
Anyway.
it. Literally, he'll call me, or when I live with him,
I
he'll be
would
like,
not call him.
fine, you don't call me.
I don't
Let's
call
be
her.
honest. But like, when I live with him, he would be like, "Sure, there's still like, no, right?"
Hey, I know how to spell mountain because like I know my
Beautiful,
OU.
right?
I know my OU.
Beautiful.
Mountain. Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful part.
I-
of the
Yeah,
word.
beautiful part.
Whenever I think of beautiful, I just think of Bruce Almighty and Jim Carrey. He always goes B-A-U-T-ful and just like that.
B-E-A-U.
When I was in first grade, we had to learn how to spell because, and like even to this day, I always have to spell it out in my head because I did it so much with like B-E-A. Like shit.
B-E-C.
Yeah, I can't say it out loud. I can only do it in my head.
Yeah.
When I was in like first grade, like we had a whole unit on penguins, and I was like the only one that knew how to spell penguins because I was fucking obsessed with penguins.
He
And I
was.
was like,
He was obsessed.
and so I was the
So
only
was
one
my
that
brother.
knew. I was the only one that knew how to spell it, and then my teacher got so pissed that I was like kids just asking how to spell penguins. They just started referring him to me, like ask Solomon how to spell penguins, and I was just like, okay.
Okay, let me tell you about this. Also, this penguin obsession. He would watch this penguin
Yes.
movie. He bought it. The one the horrible, heartbreaking documentary where like the
March
fucking
of the Penguins.
March of the Penguins,
Oh,
where
yeah, I
their
watched
egg, spoiler alert, their egg falls in the ice
It
and
freezes.
it dies,
It freezes.
and it dies, and the little bird dies, and like they just show that to you. But like he was so obsessed, he would watch this all the time, and then he made a penguin noise
Yeah,
with his
like
throat.
like the Emperor Penguin call. Like I used to be able to do the
He
call.
perfected it.
Like there was something just deep inside my vocal cords. I just knew how to do it, and I was just like, I must have been a penguin.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Can you try it now?
No, I can't do it now because my voice changed.
Let's try it.
No, it's like no, it was like it was like something like that, but it
He
was
was
like
like that, but a lot higher.
yeah, it was like no, like, it was like
There was
less,
no phlegm there.
less phlegm, a lot less phlegm. It was like no,
You can do this. I believe in you.
it was like it was something like that.
Dude, literally. Oh my goodness, it's bringing back so many memories for me.
It was way better than that.
Yeah, it
like
was way better than that.
Oh man.
It sounded like the fucking movie.
Like that's
dude.
not gonna show up on the podcast very well, but like
It was so weird. Like, my brother is so fucking weird. Like he can do a penguin call.
I was like, hey, you guys want to hear my penguin call?
It was a party trick.
And I was just like, oh man.
Kara, did you have a trick when you were a kid that you just showed people?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
What was
I
it?
learned it at camp, and it's really not a great trick.
You had a
Someone
noise
told me
one
it was
too?
someone told me it was a squirrel call. You just like close your hand.
Oh, I
like
remember that one.
this. Don't ruin it.
Okay.
You close your hand. It's really hard to be on the podcast call because he knows what I'm gonna say. Anyway, so you close your hand like this. You can't see it. Yeah, sorry, audience, and then you just say girl. But it sounds different.
Oh,
Girl.
yeah, I know that.
It sounds like Dewey.
The quiet language.
And I can also sing like. 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 And I can also sing like
Yeah, I should do the national anthem.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, that was my one thing.
Oh, that was fun.
Do you have one, Jimmy?
I used to be able, or I still can. I can shake my eyes. Like that.
Oh yeah, Jimmy can shake his eyes. It's freaky.
And when I was younger, I used to be able to put both my legs behind my head. I
Fuck, I
still
wanna do
can,
that.
but it takes some prepping up. I did it once in government class this last year,
Cool.
and everyone stared at me for a while.
Well, I'm surprised you retain that much flexibility.
Yeah. It was like 2 years before I tried it again, so I was proud that I
Wow.
could still do that.
So in flexibility class, something that can make you do the flexibility thing, are you really good there, or is it just for that one
I
trick?
get like 14 and 13 inches right and
Nice.
left, respectively.
Wow.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, impressive.
The
Okay.
sit and reach thing, if you don't know.
Yeah, fit and reach in PE.
That just reminds me of a freaking pacer test.
Yeah.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-capacity aerobic test that progressively gets harder as it goes on, and whatever like that.
Yeah.
It'll
If you've
start at
ever
this
taken
speed.
it, yeah,
I think everyone in the nation has taken the pacer test.
probably.
Yeah, everyone knew you were
Thanks,
Oh, man.
Michelle.
I wonder who the guy like that recorded it is. Like, where is
I
he
want to
now?
meet him.
Dude, seriously. You know what I always wonder in movies? I'm like, how'd you get that baby? Is the mom there? Every single fucking time there's a baby in a movie.
Yeah. It's like,
I am so confused. I'm like, does the baby know they're being filmed? Will they learn later? I don't know.
is this a CGI baby? Like, I can't tell.
In Twilight, it was a CGI baby.
Oh my god, that'd be really weird. That was a weird ass looking CGI baby because like they couldn't afford to make it look better, you know?
My thing with a lot of film is I see if they're actually smoking or not, if there's like cigarettes involved. And like most modern day movies, they just like hold it in their mouth and blow it out. Even though chances are they use like herbal cigarettes, which aren't really that bad, but they're
I
still
don't know.
bad because you smoke.
I've heard of
Smoking's
like a
bad.
lot. I've heard of a lot of celebrities like just getting hooked on cigarettes just because of movies. Like,
Yeah.
that they were
Yeah,
saying.
because they have to chain smoking scenes.
In the 90s, I think that's when they started to stop, but like in the 90s I could tell a lot
Yeah.
that they were smoking.
Yeah, well, because it was a bigger thing then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of 90s movies, go watch Clerks.
You can't just suggest movies. That's not your role here, Jimmy.
I've been doing that forever now.
Yeah.
I think,
Clerks.
have I?
Yeah,
Clerks.
yeah, you did it a few times.
Clerks by Kevin Smith, first movie, great.
Is that on? What was that available on?
DVD.
Dig it
It
in.
used to be on Netflix, but they got rid of it.
Okay, so our last subject, we always a bad segue, but what is so the big thing in the news lately, big thing in the news lately is Kim and Kanye, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West versus, sounds like a,
Versus.
versus, like on the,
Ah.
epic rap battle. Anyway, versus Taylor Swift. And I guess my question is, why are we so obsessed with that shit?
Just celebrities in
Just
general.
celebrities in general.
Mm.
Have you-
Like, I can't even contain my own psyche. It pops up on Facebook, like, Kim Kardashian released this thing on Snapchat about Taylor Swift. It's damning or some shit, like some clickbait shit. Click on it. 2 seconds.
You clicked on
I
it?
didn't even think about it. No, I didn't think about it. I was like, I have to see. I have to know. Even though I don't know these people, don't care, don't know, don't care.
Well, that's weird because like I actively try and ignore it. Like I try, and like I actively am like, I've gotten to the point where I don't even click links anymore. I just scroll. I'm just like I don't know.
What kind of life is
even,
that, Sullivan?
even though all my feeds are like, it's just stuff that I like, it's like I fucking love science on Facebook, and it's like I don't ever click the links.
They just clickbait you.
I just see them, and I just like don't ever click them anymore. I don't know, but like what I was thinking about for like why we love celebrities so much is just that like we just see them so much, like we just see their faces everywhere, and like the more you see their faces, the more you think you know them, then like they just become even more famous, and so it's just like
Yeah.
I don't
It's like
know.
a vicious cycle, kind of.
It's just like everyone wants to have some. It's like someone in common. It's like when you have a mutual friend with somebody, you know. It's like everyone has the same mutual friend. It's Kim Kardashian. It's like, oh, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I don't know. Jimmy, have you guys ever...
I don't. I think I get into more somewhat obscure celebrities rather than famous or not famous. They're all
Like
famous.
mainstream.
But like mainstream, like Kim Kardashian. Like I like Michael Fassbender, who played Frank and the new Magneto. But I also like everyone in Pink Floyd. Like I
Right.
know all their names. So like
Bono.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Bo Burnham?
yeah, I really like him.
So he had an interesting thing to say about this. he was talking about like being a celebrity and how he always tied that into his comedy.
Uh,
And he was talking about how like it's just so weird because just like high school when someone's popular, and it's just like that on a grand scale. Like someone's popular and talk about them because you know about their life, and they just are heard. Like they have some sort of voice, and people listen to them. So it's like other people listen to them, so I should listen to them too, or whatever it is, like on a subliminal level. But I just think it's interesting, like how he thinks about it, because I kind of agree with him. Like it's just like someone's being popular.
Yeah.
And just being heard. Like sometimes people can say things that are really important, they're not heard saying them.
Yeah.
And so it's like being a celebrity is part of being influential. Bill Nye, really important. Obama, like really important. But if no one listened to them, then they wouldn't do shit, you know?
I think that like being a celebrity is like gives you a very, very special kind of like power, because it's like power over people and how they think, you know. It's like, whereas like at least like influence within the realm of like human beings is like a very different thing than like having power. Just like being a human being gives you a lot of power just because your consciousness is like complicated, but like.
Well, I think they just have more power because they can get it out more.
And I'm not saying that like I
like they don't like they just say it, right?
Yeah.
They have a wider audience.
Yeah.
But
it's
like
having a
as long as people can think for themselves, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's just
I
interesting
hope
to have a
most
platform.
people can think for themselves. I try to do that.
Yeah.
Even if someone I really like says something, I'm not going to agree with them right away just because they said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like someone you trust, like if Obama says it, I'm more likely to believe him.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, do my own research if I actually care about whatever they say.
Yeah. And that's a good habit to get into. I'm gonna say no, I would do it.
Yeah.
Especially just from someone like Bo Burnham, if I really respect what he said. That doesn't mean that everything he says is gonna be agree with or something that's correct.
I'm kind of like that with Bernie Sanders. Like whatever he says, I'm just like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
You're right, but like that's not necessarily.
That's not always true. Like just because Gloria Steinem's a feminist doesn't mean that she's the best feminist or like the person that I go to for all of my feminist needs. Like everything she says isn't the Bible to me because she's a flawed person too.
Yeah.
She says dumb shit. Bernie Sanders says dumb shit. You know, everyone says dumb shit.
Anytime you work with human beings, like details slip through the cracks and like shit gets lost, you know, in production. So it's like you can't trust anything. You can't trust yourself. So.
Well, it's just something that happens. It's just a phenomenon that happens. That it's always happened from the dawn of existence. It happens with like animals, like mammals.
What I really like about
way back when we were hunter gatherers. Hey, you know, I'm just gonna say Bill because I don't know any old names. You know Bill.
Yeah.
He caught 5 squirrels the other day. No way.
Yeah.
5 whole squirrels.
Yeah.
He killed a moose with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the Bible, there's parts of that, and I mean, if you want to be influential, it's like you're having to tack on to that too. Like you have to be popular. Like Bernie Sanders, Feel the Burn, like that's like a thing now.
Well,
but I mean, like it comes with it.
I really like Leonardo DiCaprio because he's just like he knows he has a platform, and he knows a lot of people like him, and people are like rooting for him to get an Oscar and shit. And so like as soon as he got his Oscar, he's like, I'm gonna talk about climate change because that's really important. And like, I just won an Oscar, but like it's not about me. So he like talk about it.
Well, yeah, because I think it's like it could be a good thing and it can be a bad thing because it's just something that happens. You can use it to your
And then you have Kanye, who's just fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like think about psychology. That's an aspect of psychology. It can be used for both good and evil. Just like persuasion. They can use it for advertisements. You can make it to use people feel bad about their bodies by telling them like this body that they can have with this product or whatever.
How many famous people do you think there are ever? Like not ever. Like at this moment.
Well, Vsauce did a thing on that.
Did they?
One time.
Oh, the Solomon actually knows the real answer.
Well, no, not like they didn't count them, but they were like asking how many, like when do we run out of names, and then I was like, well, how many, like when will your name be used by a famous person? Then you won't be known for your name anymore. It'll just be that famous person. And they did a calculation of like how many people were famous, because they were like, let's say you're famous if you're well known enough to have a Wikipedia page, like in your name, and it was a big. I don't know the number.
Big number.
Watch that Vsauce.
Like, at this moment, because like, I figure if you know the number of how many famous people there are right now, you could figure the odds of what you would take to be famous.
Yeah.
So I just wanted that because then I could be famous.
Yeah. Why don't someone?
Let's just make let's just make a Wikipedia page for all of us.
Yeah, then we can all be famous.
And then we're all famous.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, then we have to be really cognizant though, because people actually look you up when you're getting
dude.
And then people.
Yeah, well, then the standard will be diluted.
When people go on random pages, they might find us. Be like, oh shit.
Dude, we'll be part of that game. Have you guys ever played the game?
Oh my god.
Where you find two unrelated topics but you have to find them just through Wikipedia links. So like you start off with cheeseburgers, you try and find your way to black holes, but you have to only click the links, and then it'll take you to new Wikipedia pages. And you just gotta click the links.
That's funny. I've never played the game. Maybe play it later.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes, otherwise, or sometimes you just get angry.
You just get like a dead end.
Because like
Yeah.
sometimes you ask someone, hey, give me a topic so I can click to that one,
Yeah.
and it's like, why would you pick a flower? I'm not going to be able to get it to a flower that I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
I did that once with a flower. I just couldn't get there.
Yeah. That's too specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did people. I did like Anna did Roger Waters to get him. I forgot what she started out there.
Mm.
I think she started at like some city. And like that kind of helps because then you can just look
Like
up famous
location.
people from there, and if you can find the famous people from there, then you can find people related to those.
Yeah. Because oh, you should tell that story about that guy who left.
What guy?
Oh, well, like, I'm actually wearing the same shirt. Like, well, I'm wearing this, Pizza John shirt, so if you don't know what that is, it's like a thing on DFTBA, like, it's like John Green's face, and it has pizza, and it's a rainbow shirt, where his face is rainbowed. And I was at the library, and there was this kid, and he saw me, and he was like, hey, is that a gay pride shirt? And I was just like, no, because I don't think it is. and he told me, he was like, well, I'm bisexual, and, like, I just thought that was cool. But he was like 12, and like, and then he just kind of like went about his business. But I didn't even realize that like, just like wearing a shirt could like make somebody feel like, you know, they weren't like alone or whatever. And like, you know, somebody was. He thought that I was somebody that, you know, was also in the community, which I am. I mean, like I'm like the facilitator of our Central High GSA. The co-facilitator with Courtney Titus. If you're listening, hello. But I didn't get a chance to tell him all of that. I was just like, oh, well, that's cool. And then he just kind of walked away.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you have influence, even if it's just that. So, I mean.
Yeah.
So just, yeah, use it well.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever that means.
I think everyone should wear tie-dye all the time.
That's Jimmy's moral.
For all the colorblind people.
Sorry.
to play jokes on them.
Have you seen that thing where it's like, they put these special glasses on colorblind people?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Colors?
It's red and green. I think red and green.
Red and
Whatever
green.
that's called, I don't know specific color blindnesses.
Yeah, it's red and green, and then there's like.
They have glasses.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get those for my dad
Yellow,
because I
blue.
think that's what he has.
Yeah.
So like, look those videos up of like people that have never
As
seen a
long as
color
you keep
before.
them
Or people that are deaf and they get to hear. Oh my
For the
god,
first
they
time.
make me cry so hard. Or people like coming home from the war to see their kids.
Oh god, yeah.
Anyway.
And that's it. Yeah, it's an awesome thing about it. We have like incredible sensory perception, and we just don't realize like how fragile it is. Like
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
if you couldn't see colors, like you couldn't do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You can't be an astronaut if you're colorblind. You can't be an astronaut.
That's one thing you can't do.
That's one thing.
I mean, don't let it limit you.
It's like a fear of mine. Like, oh shit. Like, what if I wanted to be an astronaut and I was colorblind? Like,
Dude, they wouldn't let you
I'd
be an
be so
astronaut because you did drugs.
I'd be so disappointed.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you.
They let Obama be president, and he smoked weed when he was a kid.
Yeah, but like, he's not an astronaut. That's a harder job. If you're in the CIA, Obama cannot be in the CIA if he ever smoked weed. Seriously.
Okay.
I have to think now.
Like,
What?
just because he's
What's
the president,
harder?
that does not mean that he can be in the CIA. It doesn't
What
mean he
is-
passes every test.
Okay. According to you, let's do an opinion poll. Somebody comment, please.
Please, someone,
We
please!
need some comments.
For the love of all that is good!
We need some conversation out there. Okay, what's harder, being the president or being an astronaut?
Astronaut for sure.
There it is.
That's a no shift to be an astronaut. Yeah, I think
What? Another question. What's a cooler name, astronaut or cosmonaut?
Oh yeah.
Personally,
Ooh.
I think cosmonaut.
that would be way better. Also, another question for the community.
The Russians do.
What should we
Yeah.
name Solomon's new car? Because we
Yes.
had Buford, and we had the band. The band didn't really have a name. Because it was multi-purpose. But this
Uh,
one is a boy for sure.
I don't know the model. I forgot it.
It's a gray, it's
It's
a tan car.
It's a Dodge. It's a
Tan.
car. It's tan.
It's not anything special. It's just
Is it
like
a boy
a
or girl?
four-door.
It's a boy.
It's a boy for sure.
And we don't know what to name it, so somebody name it for us.
Yeah.
I just got a new car 2 days ago.
Yeah, Jimmy got a
It's,
new
uh,
car.
Jimmy, do you want to name your car?
Yeah.
We'll just
Please
name it on
name
the
it.
podcast.
2001 Grand Am. What's a good name for that? And is it a boy or a girl? Or is it neither?
And it's black.
I'm going
You
for
can't name
neither.
two cars. You gotta only do one. So we'll name your car right now.
Alright, fine.
It's a girl.
Oh, what?
It's a girl.
Is it a girl?
Yep. I'm
Okay.
excited.
2001 Grand Am is a girl.
And it's black. So
Have you seen
Shaniqua.
it?
What? No, I'm not naming it
That is
Shaniqua.
okay. All right. It's hard to be PC filming, huh?
Okay, well.
Okay, let's look up what it says. I don't know what it
I'm
says.
sorry for the Shaniquas of the world listening.
2000 what?
1 grand in.
We'll put up an image of our cars.
On the slideshow too.
Yeah, we'll put
Yeah.
up the models. So if you're not following us on YouTube or subscribe to us on YouTube, you should definitely do that.
Oh, it's like one of these cars.
These
Yeah.
podcasts are available on SoundCloud and YouTube.
Just standard.
Okay, I get you. So it's like one of these types.
Yeah.
Okay.
Google.
That was pretty basic. I didn't even like bread.
Yeah.
Something weird. Something
Bread?
strange. It's a girl though.
Yeah.
Oh, how about like Dakota?
No, I don't like Dakotas. I know too many guy Dakotas, and none of them were cool.
That's a really cool car.
Jeremy would hit you if he. No,
It's not that cool.
Just has.
It's
I like
cool
it.
because it's my car, but it's not that cool.
Yeah, it's cool because it's fun.
Let's name it
It's a girl.
Tasha.
No,
Sasha.
I don't know. That makes me think of Daniel Tosh.
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
it does.
It's kind of trashy, but
How
also
about
cool.
Danielle? I like Danielle.
Yeah, I like Daniel.
Diarrhea is a great girl's name.
Yeah.
If it wasn't.
If it wasn't
Associated
associated with poop.
How is that a great girl?
Daya.
Diarrhea.
How about Daya from Orange and Black?
How about... No, I haven't seen that.
Or
I watched the
Daya's
first 2
the-
episodes and I didn't like it.
That's fine. Daya is still.
How about-
I know.
Jane.
Jane?
Like
Yeah,
Jane
Jane.
Goodall.
Yeah.
I'll go with Jane.
Jane! That's my full name!
It's also, yes.
Jane is my car.
And now
And
his
she is
car!
Pretty.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
It just rained, thankfully, because it was covered in dirt.
Yep. Alright, well thanks for talking to us everyone. It was
Thank
fun.
you. Thank you for listening to Contemporary Müs. Come back. New episodes coming soon.
Yeah, we have lots of new guest members.
Lots of new guests that you're going to want to meet.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Anyway.
goodbye, guys.
Yeah, see you later.
Have good times. Go to a park.
And comment. And
Yeah.
subscribe.
Go to a park and take a picture.
Don't tell people to subscribe.
Hug a tree.
Don't tell people to subscribe. They want to subscribe to subscribe.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to a park, take a picture, hug a tree, take another picture.
If we've earned your subscription,
Then
the subscribe.
do what we want.
Salman, make a Snapchat and or an Instagram.
Oh my god, we
and
need
then
to
send
endorse.
it to us.
We need to endorse our Snapchat right now.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, fine.
Alright, fine, I will. It's Jimmy, Jimi, all lowercase, _, winners, WINNERS.
He'll put it on the slideshow too.
Yes.
Yep, we'll just put our Snapchats up.
Yeah.
Our Snap codes up.
I should get that now.
Just send me a screenshot of it.
Have fun!
Anyway, bye!
Bye.